Good day everyone, I am Albert A. Calvario, a third year college student from LSPU Lopez. Minsan, estudyante yung magsasaka. At madalas naman, ay estudyante lamang. And today, I will discuss my assigned topic. And my topic for today is Input Management in Mass Plant Production. Again, I am Albert A. Calvario, a basic agriculture student. In this video, we'll explore one of the most critical backbone in nursery success, Input Management in Mass Plant Production. And for my topic outline is, what is input management, types of input in nursery production, and techniques in input management, and the last one is importance of input management. Input management is all about planning, organizing, and optimizing resource used to grow plant. In short, paano mo ginagamit ng tama ang lupa, ang tubig, ang seeds at fertilizer para masiguradong malusog ang iyong tanim at hindi ka malugi. Sa mass plant production, hindi ito basta tanim-tanim lang. Dapat may system ka. Let's think of it like a farming with a strategy. Ganito kasi yan. Para mas madali nating maunawaan na parang ang alaman ay isang estudyante na kung kulang ito sa tulog, kulang sa pagkain at kulang sa gamit ay mahihirapan ito mag-perform. Ganun din ang halaman. Kung wala itong ayos na input like tubig, lupa at nutrients ay hindi siya lalago ng maayos. Kaya importante ang input management. Tamang timing, tamang dami at tamang gamit. Ngayon, dumako naman tayo sa types of input in nursery production. Let's break it down. Ito ang mga pangunahing input sa ating nursery. The first one is planting media. Ano nga bang nilalaman ng planting media? Meron itong lupa, compost, and coco peat. Example, 40% ng soil, 30% ng compost at 30% ng coco peat. The next one is water. Essential pero dapat kontrolado. Example, pwede tayong gumamit ng drip irrigation para kontrolado natin ang ilalagay natin na tubig sa ating halaman. The next one is seeds or seedlings. Dapat gumamit tayo ng uniform and high quality seeds. Use certified seeds or high germination rates. The next one is fertilizer. Organic man yan o inorganic. Example, vermicompost or foliar spray. Next is pest and disease control. Pwede tayong gumamit ng neem oil, trichoderma, or hot pepper extract. The next one is environmental factor. Kapag mainit, pwede tayong gumamit ng shade net or mas maganda kung meron tayong greenhouse. And the last is labor and human input, rotational schedule or task distribution. And now, dako naman tayo sa techniques in input management. So paano nga ba tayo mag-manage ng input? Here's the list of 5 techniques of how to input management. Number 1 is scheduling. Kung kailan ba tayo magdilig, maglagay ng fertilizer, or mas maganda gumamit tayo ng scheduling calendar. Number 2 is monitoring. Pwede tayo mag-weekly check para malaman natin kung may deficiency or may pest ang isang halaman para mas maagahan natin at ating maiwasan. Number 3, measurement. Gumamit tayo ng exact ratios, avoid over and under feeding. Number 4 is record keeping. Pwede tayong gumamit ng logbook para matrack natin ang nagamit natin na input. And the last one is budgeting. Dapat may costing sheet tayo para sa every batch of seedling. And that's it. And punta naman tayo why it's important input management. Ganito kasi yan. Without input management, we have waste resources, uneven growth, and also high mortality. And also, with good input management, we have healthy seedlings, faster growth, high survival rate, and lower cost. Remember, sa 1,000 na seedling nursery, kapag nagkamali ka lang ng isa sa water or fertilizer, pwede ka nang mawala ng 30% na output. Okay, to wrap it up, input management is equal to smart farming. Lalo na sa nursery production, the key is efficiency, timing, and consistency. Basta lagi niyong tatandaan, right inputs, good results. Okay, that's it. Again, I am Albert A. Calvario, a third year college student and LSPA Lopez. I hope you learned in this video.